Welcome to CTV News Your Canada. It is Friday, February the 13th. We'll bring you profiles of fascinating Canadians and stories about your community. Thank you for watching.
I love you more than the cat. And we have Halicat in the bottom corner saying, that's not true. Just a little makes you smile type thing.
Smiles are the exact reaction Mark Smith hopes for when customers pick up his new card collection.
We thought Halifax, cat. People love cats, so let's call it Halicat.
In November, the team here at Made in the Maritimes had the idea to create their own card line. So co-owner Smith got to drawing and launched a Christmas collection first.
People were coming back to buy more cards because they had given a Christmas card and they said, oh, I gave this as a gift and now I want one for myself.
The interest sparked a range of cards for every occasion. He's made up to 15 types so far, featuring anything from birthday greetings to wedding wishes and now Valentine's Day.
People coming in looking for them. We even have a set of 27 little Valentine's cards that kids can give out in their classroom with a little game on each one, a little cute game like a maze or what balloon is Halicat holding.
Smith never thought he would see his work for sale. Now his plan is to make more Halicat features with local appeal.
Birthday cards, we'll get into graduations. Throughout the year you'll see new things. Might move into prints, maybe some posters, and maybe you might see a stuffy of Halicat at some point in the future. You never know. You never know. You don't know where you'll find him in Halifax.
To keep tabs on Halicat, you can follow along on his Facebook page, featuring his latest creations and what's to come. Emma Convey, CTV News, Halifax.
These pieces of paper are important for storyteller Calvin Reset. In fact, he's got 30 stories tucked away, ready to be told.
Some of them are things that I grew up believing, but I know simply can't be true.
As a former teacher, Reset has always had a passion for education and life lessons. He picked up storytelling around 5 years ago, speaking to mostly elementary and high school students in southern Saskatchewan. When he brainstormed his first story, he says his older sister, also an elementary teacher, gave him some great advice.
She gave me lots of tips on how to entertain those little guys, and you got to change stories every 10 minutes, and you got to do different stuff. That's why I would incorporate a little dancing or a little actions into it and tease them a little bit and get them involved.
University of Regina's Indigenous Engagement Associate Vice President Laurie Campbell has known Reset for about 30 years.
As a Cree Métis person, he's somebody that I've met and known in the community as a leader, as a storyteller, as somebody who's inspirational, who, is somebody that I learn about who I am.
These stories are life lessons, especially for children, such as being home before dark, or else the Rougarou will get you.
But a lot of them are to teach lessons, and he spoke about the Rougarou, and the stories of the Rougarou are really, the stories about like how to keep children, well behaved, and to make sure, like you said, like that they're home before dark because they don't want the Rougarou to get them.
A retiree of 9 years, Reset has traveled to about 30 schools across the province, and he says the young ones keep him going.
Little kids are like they're honest. Like you treat them good and they'll treat you good. Kids are honest, and I really just enjoy it. They keep me young. I have grandkids, and just part of who I am.
Damien Smith, CTV News, Regina.
2 years ago, Jackie Van Altina would have never imagined that she'd be confined to a hospital battling a life-threatening condition. The world traveler was in New Zealand after a 10-year career in the Royal Canadian Navy when she began to feel unwell.
I was tired all the time. I couldn't breathe. I could barely go up a flight of stairs. Started coughing up blood.
It did not take doctors in New Zealand long to diagnose the problem.
They kind of put me in a room and said, we have a diagnosis of leukemia.
Jackie quickly returned to Canada, where doctors began a treatment regimen. Once specialists determined her cancer could not be brought under control with traditional treatments, she was referred to the blood and marrow transplant program at LHSC. Sadly, her immediate family was not a match. Until this past summer, that would have meant Jackie would need to head out of town for treatment if an unrelated donor match could not be found.
So previously, we would have about 15 to 20 patients every year going to Princess Margaret Hospital in Toronto to receive a stem cell transplant.
But Jackie received good news twice. Not only was the unrelated donor match located, but she was also given the chance to be the first to receive treatment in London. The innovation has opened the door for more patients battling life-threatening and life-altering conditions.
Cancers like leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, as well as some people who have inherited blood disorders or marrow failure disorders, such as severe aplastic anemia. Those patients would also need a donor transplant.
The ability to treat people in London enhances patient care. Until now, 15 to 20 patients a year have been forced to leave loved ones as they fought.
They do suffer from some mental health issues, financial issues, because they have to relocate to a different city, which sometimes can become very, very demanding for them as well.
Depending on individual cases, long-term survival rates for blood and marrow stem cell transplants are between 60 and 70%. Jackie believes she is among the fortunate as she continues to regain strength.
I never once doubted that I was going to get past this.
In London, Sean Irvin, CTV News.
Hello there. Are you okay? Hello.
They all come from a variety of backgrounds, but on this day, everyone here has the same goal, and that's to learn CPR.
The most important thing is to know that to know how to help, know that you can help, to understand the barriers to helping and getting past those barriers of helping.
Mark Kasha heads Calgary First Aid, and throughout the month of February, he's offering the workshops for free. He says it's a way for him to honor first responders he encountered in the middle of January. Kasha was skiing when someone needed help.
That was the first major incident for me where I had to offer somebody CPR. And decades of practice definitely jumped in. There was no fear except for getting this done as best as I could.
Robert Camus is teaching the course that will equip these students with the confidence they need when faced with an emergency situation.
In the 4 hours, we teach you all of the basic skills of first aid, everything from choking to CPR, the use of an AED machine, and how to deal with things like blood or bleeding or shock or burns, all the kinds of really common first aid things that people will experience in the home and in their work environment.
Rodika Papuk wants to make sure she's prepared if she ever comes across someone in medical distress.
It's important because working with people every day, situation can occur, and you have to interfere with save the life.
Her husband Victor worked in oil and gas, but is now retired. He's here to refresh his life-saving skills.
As I said, to save the people's life in case of emergency. Car accident, people fall down, different accident, and so on and so on.
That's the idea here. If somebody's in medical distress and they need help, you can save somebody's life.
Kevin Fleming, CTV News, Calgary.
30 coming.
The Oshawa Generals junior hockey team is last in the division, but it seems fans have something else to complain about.
Oh, that was horrible. I can't believe that people don't shower when they go to the game.
A letter was sent to Gens Nation on Tuesday saying, in part, we kindly ask for your cooperation with a few simple hygiene practices. And among other requests was one that, if you went to the gym or did something that produced body odor, please shower before attending the game. In Lisa Morin's 43 years as a season ticket holder, she's never gotten a letter like it.
People need to be clean when they go to the game. They did what they had to do.
CTV News reached out to the Oshawa Generals but did not hear back. The letter came from Jason Hickman, Director of Ticket Sales and Service. He told DurhamRegion.com in a phone interview, I got a lot of people complaining about the person next to them smelling like cat pee, bad breath, this and that, and everything else.
I appreciate it, right? Because I'm not going to mention it to someone that's beside me that they stink. I'd feel rude, right? So I'm glad they're taking the initiative.
Many, though, are baffled a team even had to make this request.
I think everyone should wear their deodorant, but I think it's a little crazy.
It's a little weird, I guess. A little surprising that the sports team would say that.
I'd be pretty confused if I got a letter telling me to take a shower before I went to a game, honestly.
Late this afternoon, the team posted an apology to social media saying, hey, Gens Nation, we took a penalty on that last one. It's not our place to overstep like we did. We are sorry, and hopefully we can wash this one off. Allison Hurst, CTV News.
I'm asking all of you to join me in building a city of kindness.
After a year where there were prominent acts of hate and racism in Ottawa, Mayor Mark Sutcliffe is looking to change the narrative for the city.
Where we don't see racist graffiti being sprayed on a mosque or another religious institution, where we don't see hate-based violence occurring in our city. And I know that's an ambitious goal, but we must do everything we can to achieve it.
Faith and community leaders gathered for a City of Kindness symposium at City Hall Thursday with the goal of creating a safer, more inclusive Ottawa.
I spoke earlier about a woman who asked me more about my children's names and the history behind them and how that linked to my culture. That's an act of kindness to connect us, where other people may just sort of gloss over it.
It was last August that a Jewish woman was stabbed by a stranger at a grocery store in Ottawa's West End.
It's still very tough for Jewish community members to feel safe and secure in public spaces. We've had tremendous outreach from other cultural communities, other faith communities, but it is tough.
But Ottawa police say hate-motivated incidents are on the decline after 2025 saw a 23% drop in such acts compared to the previous year.
The ultimate goal is to have a city where everyone feels safe, where everyone feels they belong, and where we have minimized or eliminated acts of racism and violence and hatred.
The Stittsville Muslim Association also suffered an act of vandalism last summer. The local imam says acts of hate will never be eliminated, but the goal is to minimize their occurrences.
If we stare and say every single day Islamophobia, then I don't have a chance to build. So you want to have a balance, whereby which how do we build for a better future and not sit looking at the rearview mirror the whole time, or else we crash.
The city says a kindness action plan is set to be created.
It's important to look at the city of Ottawa as what could be done better. And this is one of the avenues, not the only avenue.
Dylan Dyson, CTV News.
This Valentine's weekend, the Montreal Boat and Water Sports Show wants you to fall in love with a watercraft. Hosted by Nautisme Quebec, people come to see the new trends and innovations.
Si on voit des nouvelles tendances, qu'est-ce qui s'en vient comme innovation?
Like battery-powered watercraft and high-tech navigating systems.
Ouais, c'est un petit peu cher.
Yet, many of these watercraft come with a hefty price tag.
400,000 boat, 400,000. That's not cheap.
But Marc-André Loyer of Nautisme Quebec says there are ways to enjoy the water for less.
Like you're renting a car, you can rent a boat. You have some different boat organization. They have a renting program.
Renting programs and smaller craft for smaller budgets.
This show is designed to welcome everybody that likes water, everybody that enjoys sports. We can have paddleboards, kayaks. We're going to have some sailing races too. So basically, it's made for everybody.
The downside of an indoor boat show is you don't get to try anything. With that in mind, they announced what promises to become Canada's largest in-water boat show, coming this September in Salaberry de Valleyfield. Mayor Miguel Lemieux says his city hosts the Speedboat Regatta in July and will be ready for all other watercraft in September too.
We have a navigable canal. The downtown is built around a bay. We have the biggest marina in Quebec, so our nautical potential is wonderful, is huge.
All this talk of water sports is a reminder that summer is getting closer.
Boating is fun.
The Montreal Boat and Water Sports Show is on at Palais de Congrès until Sunday. Christine Long, CTV News.
Dating isn't something that most people do for fun.
Local matchmaker Megan Tischuk is noticing a change on the dating scene.
I think a lot of people are just like, I don't want to be doing this anymore. It's really hard. It's expensive. It takes a lot of time. I think a lot of people are just feeling the burnout of dating.
What she's seeing is reflected in a recent survey by TD Bank Group. It shows 36% of Albertans are going on fewer dates. That's higher than the rest of the country, and 3 in 10 are spending less on them.
You opt out for coffee rather than, dinner and a movie right off the bat.
Tischuk believes the political divide in Alberta is also impacting dating.
We have a lot of kind of friction, so we're just going on less dates because we're deciding right out the gate, okay, I don't want to date this person because they don't have the same political standing as me, they don't have the same religious values or all of these things.
The survey also found Albertans are prioritizing financial transparency and finding a match who's good with money.
People need to be able to match those goals and values that are important important to you. And sometimes it's not a connect. And that's why people, I think, are more discerning when it comes to dating.
Tischuk says financial stability is often a deal breaker for her clients.
It doesn't mean that they have $1 million in their bank account. What it means is that they're looking for someone who is good with money or can save, can prioritize things, not just blowing their money on a bunch of stuff. That's really what this financial stability is about.
Some of the reasons Albertans surveyed would end a relationship include bad spending habits, risky investment decisions, and never offering to pay for anything.
But also know that compromise does happen, and it has to happen in relationships.
She says being honest about what you want in love and life will go a long way in finding the right long-term match. Amanda Anderson, CTV News, Edmonton.
I think it's got a lot of potential for growth in our community and across Canada.
A new patient-centric digital healthcare platform called OnRx is being launched today, offering a multitude of care providers under one virtual roof.
It means that anyone can get onto a platform, sign up, connect with a physician at a time that works for them.
As Rakesh Naidu, CEO of On Health Alliance, explains, things can move quickly following that first consultation.
You can get prescription, you can be sent for diagnostics, and whatever else that is needed. If you need a referral, all of that can be done on the platform.
Saves a lot of time.
Aneta Markovska, a client at the UHC Hub of Opportunities, has tried the platform and appreciated the ease of use.
I share my medical history, my medical problem, and why I required to see with the doctor. And from that, he said that he will send referrals to the other physician. So I find that is very good.
The company is also working with local pharmacies to have medicine delivered.
We wanted to make sure that it is the full care is provided and it's easy and the access is there, not only in terms of getting care through physicians, but also ensuring that we've got medicines that are dropped at their doorstep.
With thousands of people in the region with no family physicians, everyone benefits.
Everybody knows we can have prolonged wait times in the emergency department, so rather than sitting in an emerge for hours, you can just connect with a physician online.
So residents can go online to sign up, onrx.ca. Clients here at the UHC Hub of Opportunities have their own dedicated room to be able to sign up and get connected to a doctor. The UHC sees hundreds of weekly visitors at the food bank.
Many of those individuals have indicated that they don't have a family doctor, so now they'll be able to come in and go to the room that you saw earlier and utilize that virtual platform.
On Health Alliance, with the help of the UHC, has launched a 6-month pilot to gather data.
Very encouraged to see this one here and all the partnerships that exist. So this very well may be the regional provider.
Bob Belichico, CTV News.
Circulation of the heart, deoxygenated blood is going to return to the right side of the heart.
As Dr. Danielle Bentley analyzes 3D models of the human anatomy at the University of Guelph, the replicas represent a knowledge gap seen in healthcare programs across the country.
Anatomy is being reduced, specifically in lab anatomy time.
Basic anatomy training hours, including dissections of parts from human donors, are being cut back significantly.
Is being replaced with models or with 3D programs.
But why? Ian Scagnetti, the body donation coordinator at U of G, has a hunch.
It is a resource costly way to teach, but it's also an irreplaceable way to teach.
Only about 1 in 4 medical programs have students leading their own dissections with cadavers. Dr. Bentley says the disadvantages are huge.
We're noticing that the students who don't have really strong foundational knowledge are entering into their healthcare training programs, not being able to translate any kind of foundational content and apply it in a clinical scenario.
She says working with 3D renderings or models only offers a basic understanding of the body. It doesn't account for complexities and different diseases that may show anatomical variations.
I think the big consequence is that it's going to impact patient care.
It's why the University of Guelph is launching a new Masters of Medical Foundations program beginning in June, which will include 65 hours of lab time working directly with human cadavers for students to do dissections on.
The look on the students' faces when they discover these things, for themselves, they get to see what happens in real life anatomy, not just textbook anatomy.
Inside here, we have some main structures.
A 4th-year undergraduate biomedical science student, Isabel Lowers, jumped at the opportunity to apply to the new master's program.
Anatomy is my life and something that I really take pride and joy in.
It's why she chose U of G, because she saw the value in doing human dissections, which wasn't being offered at other schools.
You're actually able to touch these structures, reflect these structures, allow for yourself to see the depth of these structures.
Something she hopes to continue doing with the deadline of March 1st to apply to the first cohort of the new program. Spencer Turcotte, CTV News, Guelph.
An annual favorite returns to Wasaga Beach, but this year there's an added collaboration.
This is our very first sort of inaugural event here at Nancy Island Historic Park. We're very proud to partner with the town of Wasaga Beach to bring this event to life at the historic site during a time when it's generally closed and not available to the public.
The fun of Snowman Mania now found at the Nancy Island Historic Site as well, with a snow tubing run specifically constructed for the Winter Festival. In its 21st year, the 4 days of family fun and live entertainment takes over the Recplex as well, with cozy fire pits, igloo building, and skating at Oakview Woods Park.
Thousands of people come from all around every year, and we're excited to grow it. We're excited to partner with Nancy Island to make it bigger and better this year. It's really about bringing people together from across our community and across the region and the province to celebrate winter in Wasaga Beach. A lot of people think of coming here in the summertime. Well, Wasaga Beach has tons of fun things to do, lots of great activities, and we're celebrating winter.
From satisfying your sweet tooth to the live fire and ice performance, the town heightens Valentine's and Family Day with fun for all.
Get ready for a winter celebration. Festival de Voyageur is almost here. Today marked the opening ribbon-cutting ceremony for Western Canada's largest winter festival. And this year's edition will feature the return of a beloved landmark. Maison du Chaboyer, a rustic log cabin, will be making a return after being closed since 2023. And they'll be hosting some workshops there. The festival will also feature lots of live music, snow tubing, maple taffy, and of course, snow sculptures.
We've got all of the classics, and we have a beautiful year full of snow as well, so there's sculptures all over the park. And we also have Fort Gibraltar is open. You can go discover life in 1815. Our playground actually looks really, really great this year as well. We've got lots of fun stuff for kids and a brand new activity that's all about Manitoba freshwater fish.
Festival de Voyageur kicks off Friday, February 13th and runs all the way through to the 22nd.
Owen and his brother Ethan have a tale to tell that begins with a tail.
I saw a tail. I thought it was like somebody dressed in a costume, but then I noticed it was a T-Rex,
And then, a couple years ago at this airport in Ontario, this happened.
I've seen Jurassic Park like tons.
So you knew what could happen?
Yeah. Run!
Owen knew he could be eaten, so he ran away. Ethan, too, until they recognized something familiar about that dinosaur's roar.
Then I saw her face, so I knew it was my grandma.
Her daughter, Tabitha, wasn't surprised.
She's nuts. And in turn, that makes me nuts, and I let the kids be nuts as well.
Which is why Tabitha was so supportive when Ethan and Owen started plotting a reptilian retaliation.
We came up with a plan to scare her with our raptor costume.
The brothers practiced their roars and headed to the arrivals lounge.
And we waited like tons to come and hug her scarily,
And then from behind the sliding doors, the Grandmasaurus emerged.
She just came holding a suitcase and coffee in a T-Rex outfit. The exact same one she scared me 2 years ago.
She got you again.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
Grandma Cheryl says she felt surprised too, followed by pride.
Oh, okay. It runs in the family.
Now, Cheryl is indulging in some prehistoric playtime with her grandsons.
Life is short. Have fun. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks.
Except when it's two rowdy raptors thinking.
I can't really tell you because she's literally right there.
But is there a plan?
Yes.
When it comes to Jurassic joking, in this family, there's no extinction in sight.
I'll get her next time.
Adam Sawatsky, CTV News, View Royal.